Hey guys, welcome to Raj Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing today? And we got the chicken winners today all around. Just a terrific day, up $241,000 actually, and for the week up almost $300,000, back above $6 million. So it feels good again. Get back up 20% for the year, making a comeback. I told you I had to get refocused, get back into the option plays, get the account stuff situated, get some margin buying power back, and we would start making some money, and we are. And I think it's going to continue into next week. Markets had a terrific day today. Dow and Nasdaq up. Nasdaq up tremendously. It'll definitely be interesting. Also interesting, yeah, obviously CCIV is an electric vehicle play. IDEX, which had earnings yesterday, electric vehicle play that we have. But Tesla was down today in this tremendous up market. So lots of stuff going on. We'll get right into it. Let's see what we did today. Some trades and look at the account. So up $241,000 for the day. So terrific day. 20% gain for the year. Back on track, getting things going again. Seems like it's been a roller coaster this last month for us, but we're back on target. So IDX today had a terrific day, up 24 cents. I also did write the rest of those contracts today. So if you guys look, we're actually ahead. So I wrote some contracts yesterday at 18 cents, and I wrote 900 more contracts this morning at 30 cents when the stock was about $3.40. So no matter what, this $40,000 is pure profit for us over the next 2 weeks. And hopefully this thing goes above $3.50, and we would have another 35 cents basically on 180,000 shares of stock. So if everything worked out, we could be out of this, and we would have about another $90,000. Jaguar today got as high as about 220, maybe 215, 216, somewhere in there. But at least it had an up day again, up 18 cents. I was hoping to see it close above $2. But fell a little bit. But like I said, it's up. It's been up 2 days in a row. It's terrific. CTYX up a penny today was good. Gold Rich Mining down a little bit today. This Verdi Bio Holdings, I like this one. Just thought I'd play something. I decided to play two of them today. This one and PVSP. PVSP actually had a terrific day. One of the largest cannabis companies in Canada or something like that. And we made money on that trade. But VBHI, Verdi Bio, down a little bit from where we bought it. But I like this one. It's been as high as 4 cents. It trades around this level. I thought about averaging down, and then I said, not yet, not yet. It's either going to bounce right back and we'll get out, have a nice profit on this one, or I'll average down or do something with. But I don't want to go. I don't want to go crazy. That's why we got Kenny and the research team, and they had a winning day also. So MD MP was up, or we're about flat on that one. That was the research team actually bought that in the wrong account, so we just blasted it and got out of it. Ericsson today, stock's down a little bit, but the option contract was up today. So they always use the weird stuff, but very, very small position. And this one is a couple of month out, longer play. So definitely a little thing. But CCIV, the big one today, up 60 cents. At one point today, it was $24.40. I was like, oh my God, this could be massive for us. Unfortunately, it didn't close there. All these 23s expired worthless, and that frees up $2.5 million in buying power for us on Monday. I didn't see any reason to close them out. Might as well keep that $800 they're giving us. The 24s I had 800 of those, or 799 of them. I rolled those up, and I actually rolled those to the 2450s. So I'm thinking CCIV is going to do one or two things. We know it has a lot of resistance at 21. It's going to do a couple of things. It's going to dip. I'm going to buy on the dip some 24s, 23s, 24, 25s, and make a lot of money on when it runs. Or I'll just buy more, or sell more 23, 24s, 24 and a halves. I think the market's going to continue the rally. I think the job growth is strong. People are going to be in a good mood next week. You got Major League Baseball opening up today. Every ballpark is allowing people in, as far as I know. Here in Colorado, it's like 40% of the people and stuff. So things are looking up, looking good. And doing well. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Go over all the trades I made today. So MDMP, this was just a sell order. Those 5,000 shares, very small amount of money. This is the PVSP. If I would have held it longer, God, I would have really made some money. It's up another like 8.4 cents to close that. So I made a little profit there. Verdi, I actually bought this one on a limit order because it was above this, and it took a while to fill it, as you can see, but then went down after that. CCIV, the 200 contracts, I sold at $1.26. Sold one contract just equal 800 because we had that off by one, and then the 900 contracts, and then I did that rollout. So I went from the 24. Usually, a lot of times, you roll out flat or you roll out down, to try and save. But I'm rolling up. I figured, you know what? Let's take advantage of it, make a little extra money this week. And you gotta have some fun. I believe in CCIV. Like I said, it's got a lot of support in this level. Even next week, if it's $23, we'll roll it out again. It's going to keep making money week after week. So, looks really good. Let's pull up the research team, see how they did today. And, let's see. Oops. Like I said, they had a good day. They had another winning day, up $487. And out of the 100, so they're up $2,200, starting out this week, which is terrific. But they actually, while it's 0.48%, they only have $35,000 in play of the 102,000. So this is about like a 1.5% gain today. So really good stuff on there for the research team today. A couple of notes from him. FERN, he has three positions that are hurting. Fern, they sold too soon today. There's about three positions in the account overall out of all these trades here that are hurting a little bit, the research team. These are all the ones that are closed. If I was to guess which ones are hurting him, we could probably look at the ones that are down, this 250 and this 151. Couple of things they had. Let's see. HRBR, they like a lot. They flipped some today and made it a little over 10%, but it's up 30% in the account, and I'm holding for a follow through on Monday. And actually, they may add to it on Monday. So HRBR, somebody sees that here. HRBR. There it is. Harbor Diversified. So this is the one. They have 1,400 shares of it at 88 cents. Maybe because I've sold it a few times, but they like this one. So Harbor Diversified, keep an eye out on that one. But this is stuff. So one thing, and I know there's some confusion. What Kenny and the research team are doing, I mean, obviously I'm watching, some of the stuff I've done and you've seen me do, but they're doing terrific, and all that for so Patreon members. If you go to patreon.com, Raja Makes Money, you can get all my trades in real time. I post them there as I do them. I'm mostly focused on the options and have a different strategy. But for people who want the OTC stocks and some of the other smaller stocks and stuff, that's what Kenny and the research team is. And that is in our private Patreon group. That is where they're posting all their trades. And I mean, this is tremendous. Even for the first week out, the first day was a little soft for the research team. But, this is big. They finished the week up 2%, 3%. Most people with your money in the bank, if you make 1% for the whole year, you did really good. So a 2% gain, over 2% gain for the first week of in a shortened week, I think is terrific. And I think, if the research team can consistently start making, 500, 1,000, 2,000 a day, there is a lot of nuggets in here. So hopefully you guys take advantage of it and see it all and understand it and stuff. But like I said, it's a lot of trading, so you got to really be on top of it. And the research team rules, so these are the rules I've given Kenny and the team with my money. I said you can only trade, any trade can be minimum is about $1,000 up to $5,000, because I want realistic trades for you guys to be able to follow and be able to mimic and make the same amount of money. Obviously, I wouldn't suggest doing all 20 or 30 trades that they're doing, but the stuff that looks really, really strong, take advantage of and stuff. Definitely take advantage on. Woof says Kenny is busy all day. That's why you better call Kenny. So, but he places all his trades in the group and stuff. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen with CCIV and Lucid now has TV commercials running for the cars and stuff. So that's definitely going to help the stock out. But like I said, terrific day in the market. Dow up, Nasdaq up, S&P new record high, broke through the 4,000. Bitcoin's still up there. This Bitcoin on the weekend seems to be where it really goes. After hours, CCIV back above 24. really doesn't matter, what it does after hours, but back above 24. And also, I've been watching this one, QuantumScape. I don't know if you guys have been watching it, up 10% today. This one, it looks pretty solid. There could be some movement here. I'm gonna look at some option plays and stuff. But definitely interesting stuff. So you want to definitely take advantage of it. Welcome, Shannon, our newest YouTube sponsor, has access to those really cool emojis and stands out in the chat. Tracy D, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Raja, can I suggest a research team emoji to thank Kenny and team in chat? That is a great idea. We need to do that. Get a research team emoji. I like that idea. Thank you so much, Tracy. Terrific idea. And let's see here. Doug A, glad I closed out my FSR position in the pre-market. FSR, that's a SPAC play, or no, not SPAC play. Fisker. Well, I don't know. It really didn't do much. Down 32 cents today. That's not too bad. But it looks like it was, wow, it was up. Had a nice little run this morning, it looks like. So, as high as 18 bucks. So, yeah, definitely if you were into it for a lot more, but at least overall, it should have been 2 down today. But so many stuff to play out there. It's hard to pick, what one looks the best. Like I said, so many different stocks. Also, guys, don't forget, no trading tomorrow. Markets are closed. So we all get to sleep in. Take advantage of April 1st and sleep in. I have a big update tonight. If you guys who do follow me on the Big Jackpot, make sure you tune in tonight at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and changing things up. But I'm redoing my whole channel. So we're going to launch the first video tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you comment. Let me know that what you think. Like I said, sometimes you got to make some changes. Change is good and stuff. But yeah, like I said, a great week, up almost 300,000, back above $6 million. Feels good. Get things going again. I always liked, my baseline that I like to compare against is Kathy Wood. Let's see how ARK is for the year. ARK Innovation. Let's see. This is how we tell if we're doing good. So ARK Innovation, if we look at the year-to-date chart, we're up 20%. And ARK Innovation year-to-date is still down. So year-to-date, so they've made a comeback because they were down about 11%. But year-to-date, they are still down 4%. So we are doing good. We are beating out ARK Innovation. So you know what, guys? It feels good. Congratulations. So Tracy D says change is good. Thank you, Tracy. At Aiden, CSCW, I like it. Where is going? Had 2 good runs so far. What do you think? CSCW. Let's take a look at it. CSCW. CSCW. Let's look at the 1-month chart. Definitely looks like it had some runs. It was about 80-cent stock. Got as high as 205. Been as high as 267. Sitting around $1.65. Definitely a dip. Let's see. Announces the development application of a non-fungible token. So another NFT play. These these NFT plays have been interesting. Some have done very well, but I think it's definitely on a dip. But be careful. As Kenny and the research team always say, Jack be nibble. Be careful on these because it's already up a lot. It's very easy for something to go from 80 cents to $1.60 and double. It's a lot harder to go from $1.60 to $3.20 and double. So definitely be careful and stuff on that one. John, what is your take on AMC? I told you guys I wanted to short this thing at $14, and I sure wish I did because look at this, $9.36. And what happened? I think Wednesday night, didn't the new Godzilla movie come out? There's movies, theaters are open, but like I said, they're still losing money. They don't have, like I said, I love AMC, I love going in the movies, but people aren't going to be going. When you have all the first run movies on HBO Max and all these things at home now, it's going to be a rough ride for AMC. Like I said, it's not personal, but from a fundamental and business standpoint, AMC, I told you guys, and I think it's going to bounce around. But AMC is, unfortunately, in summertime, people just aren't going to go to the movie theaters. It's going to be nice weather. People are going to be outside. They're going to have a rough ride. So definitely be interesting. Also, guys, this is very interesting. So this whole Viacom deal, I don't know if you guys have following it all. So, this whole, is running, got all the way up here. This is interesting. And you guys are going to say, why, Raja, why is this so interesting? I have no idea. I just actually made that up. It sounded pretty cool. No, let me tell you why this Viacom deal is interesting. So you had all these hedge funds, or the one big hedge fund that lost, billions of dollars, and this whole Archegos blindsided by global banks and all this stuff. So what happened here? What happened here? Let me explain. And why GameStop could do the same thing Viacom did. The only difference is I don't think there's any hedge funds or big funds that really own GameStop at $190. But let me tell you what happened here. They did a secondary offering. So the stock's at $96, $97. Last Friday, they do a secondary offering and sell a big block of stock for $47 or $46. Then they do another offering on Sunday for a big block of stock to raise capital at $47 or $48. They did it 2 times, basically bringing the value of the stock all the way down, or the person who bought the stock for $47 or $48 could have just sold it at 90. So what does that mean? Well, GameStop needs cash. I mean, they have some money now, but if they want to raise money, nobody's going to do a secondary offering on GameStop at $200 or $190, where it's at right now. So this could tank it big. And you have to remember something. GameStop doesn't care about the shareholders. They care about the shareholders, but they don't care about the value of your stock. They know their company's not worth $190 a share. So what does all this mean? Well, if they need to raise capital, no institutions or banks, and unfortunately the Reddit community and the Wall Street bets and the meme people, they don't have that kind of capital that GameStop would be looking to raise. So if GameStop was looking to raise $1 billion or $2 billion, they would do a secondary offering. They would probably have to do it at a realistic price, which would be somewhere between 30 and $50, could be even less than that. Like I said, they don't really care. As a company, you don't care. It's kind of like I told you guys with like the whole CCIV Lucid deal. CCIV didn't really care how bad of a deal he negotiated. He's making his money, so he doesn't care. And he'll have X amount of stock that in X amount of years expires. He's going to make his money now. He's made his money as it went up. So it's not, so where people are emotional to this stuff. But if GameStop does a secondary offering, that stock, it could really tank. So the other thing I like is as it's kind of sticking around this thing, if it doesn't start moving soon, that usually is when it starts to slide and you'll see it start to drop because people will start losing interest in it. If the stock isn't moving, let me pull up the GameStop for you guys today. If it's not moving, the volatility level drops. So this is really a good sign for it to drop because honestly, for 5 days straight, it's pretty much been flat. It runs up a little bit, it's run down, but it's pretty much overall flat. And the volatility starts coming down. You sneak in and get some of those puts, and all of a sudden, when somebody hits this thing, boom! Because you have to remember, like I said, if you're one of these meme players or Wall Street bet people, you're not making any money if this stock isn't moving. You're only making money if this thing's up to keeps going up 10 points a day, 20 points a day, or drops a lot and then runs really fast. When this thing starts to stall, and if you look at the charts and you look at everything, and like I said, I've been watching it, studying it, but you can look at these humps. Obviously, if you do a longer chart, you can have bigger humps. But you can see as it stalls, it comes down. And I'm telling you, this is prime for a big crash. Pete, what's your prediction on Jaguar? Hopefully this thing goes up. I mean, this is all about that SPAC play with the Dragon SPAC play. Like I said, terrific day on it today. Yesterday was up. Today got as high as $2.16 today. Came down, But, they just reported earnings. I mean, the good news is we know where they stand. Same with like IDEX. It could sneak up a little bit, but earnings are out. So we know what the stock's doing. There's no surprise in IDEX or Jaguar. Earnings are out now, just even like GameStop. We know earnings are out. So there's nothing big to surprise us with this. So the good news is, unless it starts going slower, unless people just all sell and say, I don't want to own the stock anymore for no reason. but we know the news, so it's kind of like, this is where it's going. It's kind of like we know the news on Apple, but Apple, you have to have newer news, or you just ride these things out until there's new revenue and new things that make it really worth more. Or somebody starts a big rumor that they have a new battery technology, or they have something crazy that they're developing, or that they're going to sell e-commerce online. Who knows? So, question, Tony, how's a guy short GME, GameStop, without back capital? We floating say 5K, and if it doesn't drop, do we call it square? If it goes up by 10, we owe 200. So okay, so one is if you can get the stock to short. I mean, it's pretty simple. So if you can get the stock to short, they usually are making you like put up 3 times the value of it. So if you were to short 1 share of GameStop, well, let's make this easy. If you shorted 5 shares of GameStop at $200, that would be $1,000. You would have to put up $3,000 to protect yourself. So if GameStop did run to $600, you would lose your other $2,000, but you would be protected. If you had 5 shares of GameStop and you put up your $3,000 and GameStop goes from 200 to 150, you'd make $50 a share on 5 shares. You'd make $250, and you laid $3,000 to make that bet. The way to play a short, and because of all these crazy margin requirements and everything like that, is to do it with a put play, to go out like I did, go out a little ways and buy some like $100 puts that are very cheap for $8 or $10 a month from now, and hope in the next month this thing collapses. And that's the way to play it, because even with we pull up a chart, even with the volatility getting slower, the stock price is, I mean, it's still, it was like at the peak of volatility was between 20 and 25% on average. So today, if we look at for next week, let's say we go 8 days out, and let's say, the stock's at 190. So you can see here the volatility is all the way down now for next week to about 8%. So on $1.91 for the stock, 16%, that's about a 8-9% volatility on it. So that you can see. Now, if you go out, so what I was saying is, let's say we went out April 30th. Let's say you go out like 1, 2, so you go out 4 sessions. So you could short it for 4 weeks in a row, and you come all the way out here. Pull up some stuff here. So if you look at this right now, the 190 all the way out here, it's about 22% volatility, which is actually really low, because if this thing starts moving and the volatility level goes back up to that 25%, so if this thing went up 50 points, down 50 points, and was at 190 tomorrow, and this volatility goes back to where it's been at 25%, this $39 put would actually be 50 or $60. You'd make money just off of that. Now, like I said, as the stock is stale, the volatility starts to get lame on it, and it makes it harder to make money. That's what happened with Apple for me, is it just had the volatility got stale. But let's now take a look. So we go out 29 days, and you look at some of the puts. Actually, I guess I was looking at the calls, so let me but they're about the same because they usually match up. The 190 call at $40 is about that 18%, 19%. And this is kind of what I did. So, and this is what I'm saying. So when I was doing it and GameStop was 4 weeks out, the 100 was around $11 when it was 190, maybe $12. So you can see how the volatility's dropped. So in the next month, if GameStop drops 100 points and you buy this for $5.90, and you have 3 weeks to hedge it, because you have, let me get my numbers straight here. Let's see. Oops. All right, so you have the April 1st, which was today. Then you have, so you have the 9th. So you could play the, so you would have the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd. So if you bought these 29s that I was just showing you guys right here for $5, or $6, it'd be about $6. So you buy these for $6. Couple of scenarios. You can do the trading up. Remember when I showed you guys how we were writing calls up? but you have to lay the difference. But let's say we came out now here to this 8 days. So we could immediately sell the 100 for next week. You can see they're not expecting GameStop. If you remember when we started the week, it was $1.75 that contract when GameStop was about the same price, 180 or 190. It was $1.75 last Monday, last Friday or Monday for the 100 for that week. Now it's 58 cents. So it's showing you there's not a lot. Now you can write up. So if you don't think it's going to drop, and like I was doing was hedging. So let's say you sell the 120 for $1, but you have to pay that spread. You're going to have to put up $20 per contract in between. So if you had 100 contracts, you would have to put up $20 on $200,000, and you'd get that dollar. If GameStop dropped all the way to $100, you could be out that $20. You could keep rolling it out, but you could do all sorts of different stuff. So it's definitely, it's definitely like I said. This is where this gets interesting with GameStop. And that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Let this thing sit, come all the way out here, play a leap on this. This thing is not going to stay where it's at. Yes, could it go to 500, 800? Of course, anything's possible. Does it have a better chance to come back down under 100 between now and the end of the year? Hell yeah, because they're not going to be selling more stuff in the middle of summertime in stores or online and stuff. And there's not big game releases and everything. They don't make any money until October. So let them put out one bad quarter, in 3 more months, and it's going to be different. But yeah, let's say you went all the way out to like November. Let's do all for November. And this is where you guys can kind of see stuff. You could buy that put. Let's say you bought that put for $30 for November. So it would have to drop 30 points. But imagine every week if you could get $1 or $2 or $5 between now and November, you would pick up a lot of money. You'd be, while that may expire in November worthless or $5 when you sell it, but every week for the next, for 20 weeks, if you picked up, $3 a week, you would pick up $60, or something. It just depends. And like I said, as it gets volatile, that thing's going to skyrocket because it's very interesting. So if you look at like the 190 right now with GameStop at 190, even here, and this is the other thing, or if you believe in the stock, just buy a share of stock for $190. You could sell somebody the right to buy it from you at 190 and you get $86. So it takes your, as long as it's above 110, you get called down and you've made money. So different ways to play it. I know it for some of it's very confusing and it definitely it's interesting. Definitely interesting. And oh my God, Scott, Raj, I lost $1 million today in the stock market. Well, I hope you really didn't, but God, if you did, I'd love to know what the heck you were playing and how much money do you have in the market. That's crazy. Ren Slots says the average Joe should not play GameStop. The premiums and the options too high. There's another 10,000 stocks to play other than GME. Yeah, I mean GME is not for the weak-hearted, and you definitely have to know what you're doing. I wouldn't tell you to make GameStop option playing your first move if you've never played options, but it's fun. Like I said, we're all gamblers. We want to gamble a little bit. That's what the stock market basically is. But you want to make smart decisions and you want to make money because, hey, this is Raja makes money, not Raja loses money. And like I said, we had a terrific day. The research team today up almost $500. I was up today. 241,000. Actually, once this all settles, it'll be 242,000 because we have those contracts here that expire worthless. So we'll pick up another $800 there. Just a terrific day and stuff in the marketplace. So, Bark, I'm interested to know why the SPY breaking 400-day, your personal short-term outlook on the S&P or the overall market in a few months. The S&P 500, new record, broke 4,000 today. It's going to be, here's the thing. The market's in rally mode. We're going to get good jobs reports. People are going to keep saying that, things are looking good. There's more reopening trades. Stuff's coming together. So some of those trades are going to do terrific. But still, sometimes there's profit taking. And you still have overvaluations. While these companies are doing good, a lot of these companies took on massive debt during this last year that they have to pay back. So that's going to affect them in profits, even if they're borrowing at 1%, 2%, 3% interest rates. So there's definitely a lot of that stuff in play that you have to look at. That's definitely going to affect stuff. Murray Newland show, great show today. Thank you, Murray. Good to see you. Dominic says, Raja, what's up, buddy? Buy, ride, and hold for about 3 weeks. I think it will double from here. I live near this company. Is going to be successful. Local hype is huge. Research it. Best of luck. Thank you so much. Well, definitely, Kenny and the research team, check it out. Ride, see what you think. But it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be interesting. The markets have to do something. Like I said, it's a gambling game, so they have to do something to move and keep going. They just can't keep going. The other interesting thing is the market is at these all-time highs, right? They're at the all-time highs, but this is what is also interesting. While the markets are at all-time highs, let's look at Apple. They're not at an all-time high right now. They're, at 123, down from a high of 145. They're 18% off or 15% off their highs, 18%, whatever it is. Let's look at Tesla. So, Tesla is, 25% from its high of $900, a share, or 30, yeah, 25, 20%, 25%, yeah, whatever that you did, 20, 22%, I don't know. So you have some of these big companies that were the original rally reason when this thing ran. They're not the rally now. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, lots of stuff and, to look at and stuff. Also, like with Ride, it's the electric vehicle, it's the truck. It should do well. I mean, all this electric vehicle stuff's going to do well. The Biden administration loves electric vehicles, energy, green, that stuff's going to do good. So, but guys, the good news is you all get to take the day off tomorrow and sleep in. I'm definitely going to take a break, looking good. And tomorrow I actually get my first vaccination. So I'll be, get shot number 1. So I'm excited for that. So it should be good. Hopefully it works. I don't have to worry about COVID in the future. But if you guys are following me on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're following me on Facebook, make sure you follow me. Click those notification bells so you get notified when we go live, because you don't want to miss this, because we are a live show. Big thank you to all our Patreon members, and I hope you guys have been taking advantage of my trades, especially this week, doing well. Also, Kenny and the research team, when you do join Patreon, please follow the directions so we can get you added to the private Facebook group, and that's where all of Kenny's OTC trades and some of the smaller stocks that he plays, that is where they are all posted. If you don't follow the directions, you're not going to see those trades. You'll only see my trades on Patreon. Plus the group is just terrific, in there and stuff. It's growing. Everyone's having a great time. Also, happy Easter to everyone watching. Happy Passover to everyone watching. Because you have to celebrate one of those, I would assume. But guys, I'm the Raja. This is Raja Makes Money. You guys are the money makers, and hey, let's make a lot of money next week in the markets. I will see you guys Sunday for the weekly update show of what's coming up. And if I don't see you Sunday, I'll definitely see you Monday. But I'll probably have a show on Sunday anyways, just because I got to let you know what I'm thinking about and what the markets are looking like once futures start trading on Friday. But everybody else, take care. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the long holiday weekend. And I will see you guys